Alright. Sorry, there wasn't any devlogs. Hold up. So much cat hair everywhere. There were no devlogs in the past few days. Originally, I made one 3 weeks ago, and then it was like 5 minutes, and I was like, I want to make a longer one. And then it's almost done, guys. It's almost done. It's so close to being done. Oh, you can see here. Here's one of the big things. Neat. It's so close to being done. This is going to be a pretty long devlog, because there's a lot to talk about. I did a stream where I did the first beta playthrough of this hack, and I'm going to edit that down once the hack is out. It was like 4 hours, is one of the longest streams I've done. But right now the hack is like close to done. There's just a few little tweaks here and there I need to work on. 3 big things. Credits file, text in levels for level names, or just a file of a map. And then I gotta redo 3.3. New sign textures, you can see the HUD has changed. That's the people upstairs, ignore them. The health looks great. I love the way it looks, but I accidentally messed up, and you'll see if I die. Never mind. There are dialogues, not all of them yet, but there's mostly, there's a story, and there's Goombella. Don't think that's the right character. I don't really care anymore. I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anything. These are the 3 big changes I was going to go over in the last devlog. You can kill those now. Shut up! That took me a full day's worth of work. And then I had to update the note block and fix it. This took not as long. I think this took like a quarter to half of a day. Getting the sound effect. I wanted to do a different one, but it didn't work. This is a lot higher than it used to be. And maybe I might shorten it a tiny bit. I don't know. It's just kind of needed to be done. And of course, last but not least, all levels, I've already showed this off, but almost all levels have been slightly revamped again, so this level looks pretty wild. Textures have been a little modified and not have lines and stuff. Oh, and a small thing, but this doesn't break anymore. I just got rid of the Piranha Plant Lullaby because it wasn't worth it fixing, breaking all the time. New font, new word font. Only letter that doesn't work is Y because it uses the star coin icon, and I don't care. I need to fix the womps. Midway point. When I first made these took like half a day to make, and fixing them so that they always work did not take long at all. In fact, it took so quickly I was kind of disappointed. Camera doesn't fix if you fall in a death plane, but who cares? These Goombas are like black pumpkins. I just wanted something a little different, I guess. I wanted to do a full pumpkin model. I had one, I made one, but I didn't have enough space, and Editor and RAW Manager import models a little differently. But yeah, again, every model level has been slightly modified to look a lot better. Can you get up there? No. You can, come on, don't fucking mess with me, you can. Hub World now has these pipes, which you can play the hack to figure out why it's orange. A couple levels still need to be like revamped. This one was redone, I know that. I'm troubled which one to show off. Yeah, I tried not to show off World 8 spoilers, but since this is basically a remake of the original, I'll probably show this level off in a teaser. Oh, ignore that. Yeah, I've learned how to finally make these hills that make levels look kind of neat. I like it. And this level got revamped too, so it looks a lot better. Crystals instead of these like weird plants in the lava. Texture is not custom, I just modified the Mario Kart lava because original one looked like ravioli and it didn't fit. Level looks so much better now, I love it. And I changed the song because I got sick of flowing lava. There's like a couple levels in this hack that I'd change songs, and of course they're not ones I can show off. I changed the lava particles to be a little different, just because I think it looks a little better. Yeah, I'll show this one off. I haven't really shown this one much, but in the original hack, the name of the level, Bright Green Fields, which I think this one's still called, that was a reference to an album by Squid, the first track, GSK, and I put mosquitoes and gnats in the background. I'm too lazy to make a move. Getting these fucking guys to actually interact with certain animations, it takes up a lot of space, and eventually I was just like, I'm just gonna do like a couple of them, but it took forever to figure out. Still need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this, because I don't need the chomp to be retextured, but I'm thinking about it. Oh, my fucking doobie. I've made some new jingles for the start coins and stuff. Let me get this and I'll show it off. I wanted to do a custom red coin sound, but I cannot access it. Sound edit kind of sucks ass. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of adding these like chains and ropes to a bunch of levels. Make things look a little more dynamic. Just to show you the camera thing I was talking about. Oh, for fuck's sake, I gotta fix it again. God damn it, that keeps breaking. And I don't know why. Like, only randomly it breaks, and I... Duh. And this is by accident, it turns down the music, but I really like that touch. And both of these little themes, they've been growing on me too. So, because I used the snow effect for lava, I've been meaning to find a way to replace them. I think this level uses them. Fuck. But I decided, well, I'm gonna have to make my own. And this is kind of the best I was able to do. It's not perfect, but I'm going to go with it anyway, because I think it works fine. I just needed a sandstorm effect. And I did the same for snow in a couple levels, and this level originally was made for the original Blossoming Buds. And it just never made it in because I thought it was just kind of meh and too short. This is more what I wanted the hack to be originally. Very short, bite-sized levels. And like the lighting's kind of ugly in this new version, but I think it looks much better with the orange and blue. The original wasn't terrible, but I wanted to redo it because it looked too generic. Like it could be something debatably out of like Starvin 7 in the original. Now it looks more like it fits, even if it's not all there. And this level was why I added the fish to have enemies. So they're now technically enemies, not just like moving obstacles. This is going to be changed. Probably a bridge, I'm not sure. I don't think I showed off this level. I might have. I remember being very proud of it. This level's been kind of revamped. I need to lower those bullet bills or something. I gotta figure out how to... I don't want to grow the cannon again. I'm gonna probably remove one of those. But mainly, the big thing... So, these originally just exploded at the bottom and died. Sorry, that made me laugh. I need to add another set of these at the bottom. But yeah, I got them to respawn. It wasn't something I was gonna do, but this is only World 6. The last level, they don't respawn just because I didn't want to be annoying with that. At a different platform, I just had to use a different function entirely. But this level got revamped. These used to be plants, now they're snow mounds. The 1-ups are now moons. I don't think I mentioned that. I should probably make them like red or purple. Not sure where that happens. I need to raise this midway point. I don't know how it ended up in the ground. I really don't. Yeah, having these work properly has actually been kind of a miracle. There's a couple levels I actually do kind of want to show, but the problem is they're... I guess auto-scrollers... Here, let me show you what I did. So, I know people hate auto-scrollers. I do too. And the thing I've learned from Kaizo Mario World is that the best way to make auto-scrollers fun is to do this. So I sped up the platform. Maybe not enough, it depends, but it is very fast. This being much faster has actually been very helpful because when elevators are fucking slow as molasses, they're really boring. But you make them fast, it's a little bit of a challenge, and it doesn't slow down the level as much. Honestly, with the limitations of my own abilities with... Let me rephrase that sentence so it sounds less pretentious. These got shrunken down, changed color, so they're not as buggy, but they're still kind of ugly. I'm gonna have to wait on feedback for that. I'm so fucking stupid. That was what I was gonna show. And you can see when you're far away and they're not falling, they spawn particles to let you... No, that one's in the sky. To let you know they're gonna fall. And, like, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. I'm gonna show this level off and the next level, and then I'm gonna think really hard. This is probably gonna be the last devlog, so I might show one of the World 8 levels I've been holding off on. I still love this level so much. It turned out so much better than I thought. The boos have been shrunken down, so they're not as Intrusive. I should probably change the texture of the eyeball to something else. I don't know. I might do glasses. These have been fixed. They've been fixed. Oh, the camera works there. What the fuck? Do I have to have Mario on the ground for it to work? Or off the ground in the midway? This is interesting. Hang on. Let me die in the death plane. Interesting. I thought that wasn't working in the death plane. Oh my god, I can fix that. I changed the boxes to question mark boxes. I think they look pretty good. This whole segment, it's been nerfed, so it looks a lot better and it plays a lot better. I think these up and down ones I'm just gonna make flat. Yeah, that's red now. But this level, I don't know if I showed this off, I doubt it, but I revamped this one. There was a tunnel segment on Shell that I showed on stream that was boring, so I was like, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Revamp the halfway segment, so I'm gonna show that off. Do one of the World 8 levels, and then I gotta get back to... This has all been redone. There's no Shell music. Actually, the Shell didn't work that well. I made a custom rainbow texture for it, and yeah, you can see it kind of works, but not really. I wonder if you could cheat in this. Like, yeah, the camera fixed that. I don't know what the rules are for that function. You know, I won't show it all. There's a lot to this level. I'll just show one thing. These guys. This was a whole day to figure out, and these are based off an enemy in Mario Galaxy. They hurt hard. I will not show the other stuff, but there's one more thing I'll show, and then we'll go. Since the very first version of this hack, I've always wanted to have, this is kind of weird, sledding penguins in a level that were like kind of an obstacle, but I never knew how to do them because once they go out of bounds, they're basically worthless. This is the last level I'm going to show, and you're going to see it as we walk along the path. Oh yeah, fake snow. It looks a little better here, but it kind of looks like someone's sprinkling salt on you. I'm going to accept that for now. Where the fuck are they? Oh, hi! Yeah, so these penguins, they spawn through the level, mostly in like static places. They pick a random rotation, and they sled by, and they're kind of an obstacle. And I will admit, they are kind of annoying, and it's a bit of RNG. But I love it. It works way better than I expected, and it is a bit janky, but I'm just gonna take it as it is. These were hard as fuck to figure out how to program, because actually loading RNG numbers and functions into like an enemy is really hard, and this part's been done, but I don't think I showed this off initially. It's almost done. Like, it is so fucking close to being done, and I just... Man, this was like, I started this hack in September, and maybe with 1 or 2 months off, this was a 7-month project. It was a huge task, but I had so much fun doing it, and I'm super excited. My goal is to get it out by May, but one of the testers, it'll take him until the 26th to get to it, so mostly waiting on him. Oh, I didn't even mention new Mario colors. I wanted to go for Super Mario World, but I ended up going on that. I like it more. That's all for this devlog. This will probably be the last one, and then the hack. Maybe a couple teasers. Hack should be out by May, unless something goes horribly wrong, which it probably will, given the track record of positivity in my life, which means we're at the top of the mountain. It's all downhill from here. That's how how luck works, and then yeah. This is the most important thing of them all, real quickly, but this song in 7.3. Or Cloud Puff Palace. I complained in a prior stream I was unable to get the volume down, and I finally figured it out. Why was it taking so long? The DB command I thought was not supposed to be in an odd place, but I didn't know how M64 files worked, but it can be, so I turned it down there. I thought I had to look for all the DF commands and all that for the individual instruments, but I did not have to do that, thank God. And I did have the Shine version, but it kind of sounded depressed. Like, it sounded like if Sky Garden was polluted. It's hard to explain, I guess. I don't know. Well, the point is the song works, so yee. Hello, everybody. Not sure you're going to be seeing this at the end, beginning, or even on its own little devlog, but there's some very good news. Since about December, January, as I've been putting the objects in these levels, I knew that since there were a bunch of areas that had their own names, I would have to find a way to get them into the game. And since that time, I've been tinkering and fighting with the program, the assembly code, to figure out how to get text on screen that says the thing I needed to. And recently I realized you can load the credits without the credits font. And after all this time, there is finally text that tells you which level you're in. Currently for all levels, there's still some broken lettering, J, Q, B, so I'm gonna have to fix those, and X, but that's mostly IDs. I think the only one I don't have is V, if I remember right. I'll have to find it. But yeah, it finally works, and post-develop, or the final stretch development's coming along. Still waiting for testers. They have very busy lives, as do I. I'm scared for tomorrow. So yeah, that's all. Hey, all, Scott here. So here we are in Notepad++, which is the program I use for note-taking on this hell of an earth. And as you can see here, this is for Yoshi's Adventure 64, and this is a lot of notes, right? This is for like all the levels and just little things here. I didn't know I put done there. That's cute of me. And you can see, you know, new messages. This is pretty long. I'd say this is let's see, this is about 200 lines, right? Okay, well, let's switch to Booba Booba. So this starts at 1736, right? Da 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 2390.